What's up guys? I just did my quarterly prep video, so if you haven't watched that, go watch that before so you have some context of what I'm about to be doing. But today's video is going to be about my current split, what I'm currently doing from a fitness, business, nutrition, and ultimately what my goal is going to be and what I'm doing to accomplish all this, all right? And I'll kind of even tell you that some problems that I foresee happening very quickly. So, okay, cool. So walking into this, the first thing I'm gonna talk about is business, because for me, a lot of things stem from business, and then fitness and business kind of combo for me because it's what I do, but I'm gonna just tell you what I'm gonna do for business. Right now, I'm kind of recreating a game plan. I had a really great year with business, worked with a lot of different amazing entrepreneurs, but I'm kind of trying to figure out what masterminds I wanna be a part of, what I wanna do from a marketing standpoint next year, where I'm traveling, blah, blah, blah. I'm figuring that out, and that's gonna kind of play into my year plan. And then I'm also, for our clients, doing a holiday accountability challenge. It's called the Hustle Holiday Accountability Challenge. What we do is we basically train people for free for an entire month. We ask them to donate anywhere from $49 to $200. We then take this money and we go buy a bunch of toys for Toys for Tots. So my goal is to raise $5,000 for this challenge. So $5,000, if I have, at $100 minimum donation, that's about 50 people. So my goal is to get 50 people into this challenge. Basically what I do is I program for workouts for people for free, and every workout they do, they get 1 point. And those points end up equaling raffle tickets, and then we raffle off prizes every week for 4 weeks. And your goal is to do a minimum of 3 workouts per week. The point behind this is to get people motivated and working out during the holidays, but also doing something really great where we all feel good, can maintain weight or lose a little bit of weight during the holidays, but at the same time, do something good for the kids. And I just love doing this. It was one of my favorite things we did in the gym, so I want to do it online. So we're gonna be launching that pretty soon here. And then my next game plan is really like what you're seeing, is to create more content, to provide more value to people, to build a community. I really love content. I've always loved it. I love watching people on YouTube. I love people who are very helpful and are entertaining at the same time. I'll try to be more entertaining, I promise. If you hit the like and subscribe button, you drop some comments below about how I can be more entertaining, I'll definitely follow and like you as well. So yeah, we're trying to figure that out. Content right now, we're doing a couple different things. We're on TikTok, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram. I have a Facebook group. So the biggest piece, if you want more help, like I said, like and subscribe. I will be making more videos on this, but you can also join if you want to be coached by me for absolutely free with no cost to you. All I ask is that you participate in a group. I actually have a group. It's called Hustlers and High Achievers. It's called Fitness Accountability Club for Hustlers and High Achievers. So if you go to facebook.com/groups/hustle secrets, it will lead you to my group. It asks you a few questions just so we know your goal, why you want to be in the group, etc. We'll then be able to actually provide you coaching at no cost to you, as long as you just ask questions in the group, participate in the group, and then literally just help other people and be kind. If you do that, that's what we would do. This is not like a plug or an ad. It's just literally part of my business game plan. So if you want to be part of that, feel free to jump in. All right. Now, next thing I want to talk about is nutrition. So what am I going to be doing for nutrition? If you watch my quarter video, one of the big things I talk about is I feel like I'm in the worst shape that I've been in, the least consistent I've been, kind of like wobbly, which is, like I said, I'm better than probably 90% of people. At the same time, I don't really like it. So I want to aim for a pretty solid maintenance factor, just like be consistent for a different period of time with my nutrition. I don't want to do anything drastic. These are my current numbers. I do expect them to go up. This is about 150 carbohydrates. I have 190 protein. I have 55 fat. The biggest area that will probably change here is I'll probably see my carbs go up as I become more and more consistent with my nutrition and get more consistent with my training, and start to do some of the other things that we're going to talk about. I do predict this to go up. So these are probably my numbers for probably the next 2 weeks before it goes up again. And at that point in time, I'll probably in like 4 weeks update you on where my numbers are at. But right now, 150, 190, 55 fat, it's pretty reasonable. If I go a little over on protein right now, I'm not super worried. The fat is probably the biggest area I need to make sure it doesn't go super high over. Carbohydrates, 150, it's a little lower, I will say, but it's just nice to be there for at least 2 weeks, just hold consistent, see what happens to weight, and then make some adjustments based on that. But like I said, carbs are probably the first thing that goes up. All right, now the next thing is talking about fitness. So what needs to happen from a fitness standpoint? Right now, I'll tell you my current split, which may change probably in the next 2 to 4 weeks here. What I'm doing is I'm doing 2 conditioning days. The conditioning days are using a treadmill, a jump rope, med balls. It's kind of just to make sure I'm getting in basically some what's called GPP, which is generally being physically prepared. That's really important to get in when you are looking to do cool, crazy things, which I'm going to talk to you about my goals here in a second. But basically, I do that twice a week. They don't really change in terms of reps and sets. It's just great cardiovascular, great movement, great athletic work, kind of preparing my tendons, working my core, getting that cardiovascular, like I said, system up. So that way, when I'm in my lifts, I can actually do greater work and I'm better prepared for my long-term goals. My lifts right now are 4 full body lifts a week. They typically will have one upper body exercise, one lower body exercise. It's like a big one, like a bench, a squat, a trap bar deadlift, and maybe another bench or a variation or a row of some kind. But they're kind of going to be a good mixture. But the biggest theme to my workouts right now is the speed to them. The rep range is fairly moderate. The speed is fairly high, a lot of supersets. And the reason for this is because previously what I had done is I had done this big, heavy, like low repetition and then high hypertrophy in my auxiliary lift kind of standpoint thing. And to be honest, that was really exhausting. I was getting really bored with my workouts. So I needed to speed things up a little bit and get a little bit more repetitions under my belt just so I could feel like some pace. Sometimes I like to switch things up just for that sake. And it's not a bad thing to switch things up as long as it fits within the game plan and as long as you're still accomplishing the ultimate goal. So that's what I've been doing. Honestly, I'm pretty excited by it. So I'll probably hit those workouts again this week. And then here's the next part, okay? So this is my goal. This is what all of these things should lead me to my goal. The only thing I didn't mention in here that I do like to mention is relationship, but I'm gonna tell you about that in a second, okay? So getting stable. So that's my whole goal. The next kind of 3 months is get stable while slowly building up to being more athletic. The second thing is going to be being more consistent. So just getting consistent, having fun with working out. Like I said, if you watch my previous video, I had traveled a bunch. We bought a new home. I've been making content. These are all new things that are new stimuluses for me that I haven't really pushed the gas pedal hard on in a long time, which meant that my workouts kind of took a little bit of a hit. Once again, more consistent than 90% of people, but I know that my level is far higher than this, okay? All right, the last part, like I just said, I want to feel good. I want to feel like I'm having fun with my workouts. One of the things that you'll realize if you're a fitness person or online fitness person, and I know this is like coming from a place of entitlement and like privilege, whatever, but you know, working out is like your job sometimes. And to make it fun for yourself, you have to really like try to find new ways to engage yourself. So one of the things I've been doing is I've looked at, waking up, doing workouts a little bit later, doing workouts in the evening. I played around with a couple of different things. I probably will more than likely go back to working out in the AM, but something I'm gonna be doing is like once or twice a week, I'm gonna pick an activity, which might be boxing, might be sprinting, might be even going to another gym to work out, or once a week working out with a friend. So that's like 3 different pieces of novelty that I can kind of make to make this workout fun again. Another thing that I've done is like watching football games while I work out or watching anime while I work out. I've been watching One Piece. One Piece, if you know anything about One Piece, it's like a super long anime. I could do 100 workouts and probably still not finish the anime. So it's been kind of helping me get through workouts and making it more enjoyable. I've enjoyed it quite a bit. It's different from my normal, workout in silence, psychopath shit, or workout with loud music type of thing. So just a little different, making it feel good. That's one of my main goals. Make it fun, make it feel good, because if it's fun and it feel good, you can do it for a long time. And if it's not fun, you'll probably hate it. And sometimes you got to do it when it's not fun, but other times you got to find ways to make it fun. So be creative. The next thing is like I said, picking up an activity in a sport. So I'm going to be looking at doing a once a week boxing lesson with a boxing trainer. I haven't quite picked who that trainer is. I'll be meeting with Coach Derek M. Hansen. So there's a couple people who are helping me out with this that I do want to give shout outs to. Coach Mike Ranfone, Dr. Sean Gregory, Ben Oliver. I've been watching a lot of Dr. Huberman and Dr. Jordan Peterson. And then I will say Coach Derek M. Hansen have also all been super helpful for me on my fitness journey. And Derek Hansen, actually, I'm maybe talking to him later this week, and I'll see if I can give you a synopsis of what we talk about. He's an Olympic sprint coach. He's also worked with different NFL pro teams, NBA, et cetera, whatever. He's worked with a lot of different athletes, and I'm gonna be talking with him about sprinting and how I can get back to being more athletic after a year of being athletic, but not the most athletic that I've been, because once again, I was a Division I college track walk-on. I was also a Division I football player walk-on. I wanna get back to that level, and I wanna just see like what things he's seen with people who are like me and how he's gotten them up. I'm just curious to pick his brain. And the other reason why is because I want to be in NFL shape. So starting January, which will be Q2 for us, I'm going to start to pursue basically getting myself prepared for the NFL Combine. I'm not going to be joining the NFL Combine. I probably won't play in the NFL. I just want to see what it'd be like to train like that and show you guys what it'd be like to do that as well. So my splits are going to change. Everything's going to change probably based on this information and this when this happens. So that's why I wanted to give you a synopsis of where I'm at now and how things change over time. Now, I do foresee some issues. So I want to talk about issues because if you just look at everything from a like idealistic, optimistic standpoint, you don't look at what things might upcome, then you don't really prepare yourself for the things that may ultimately cause you problems later on. And this is something I've learned over time. So the first area of problem that I see, number one, there are 2 points of travel during this next quarter. So the first one is going to be, actually, I think, so first travel point is going to be November 30th to December 4th. I'm going to be going to Florida, and I'm going for a content convention where I learn more about content from this amazing content creator. His name is Ryan Magan. If you don't follow him, you should follow him. He does amazing work. He works with a lot of different people, Alex Hormozi, Grant Cardone, Jordan Peterson's daughter, etc. Super smart guy, but basically I'm going to see his event in St. Augustine, Florida, from November 30th to December 4th. I foresee some issues with that, with potentially food, with potentially working out. My goal is to try to mitigate that by, one, finding a gym. So find gym. That's the first part. And two, ordering groceries. So that's my thing. I probably won't stay up late and party, although I'm sure some people will. I just, based on my goals, it just really makes sense right now for me to do that, right? So I probably will like not stay out. So sleep.
We're gonna go to the club.
Sure. We're gonna go to the fitness club. All right. So the second thing is gonna be, I'm traveling for Christmas, which I think is December 24th. So 20 days literally later, once I get back, I'm gonna be traveling December 24th to, I think, December 30th. So this is gonna be Christmas standpoint time, which is gonna get like Christmas Eve, I'm cool with being off on food. Like that's not a problem. I'll do my holiday, hustle holiday, like, what do I call it? Hustle holiday framework on how I manage the holidays, how I stay in shape during it. I have like this fasting methodology. If you want that fasting methodology, once again, join that Facebook group. It's facebook.com/group/hustle secrets. At no cost to you. Once again, it's totally free. That group, I will literally be, I've already made this video, but I have this formula that'll kind of keep me like mitigating damage. So we're back on the 30th, the next year's New Year's Eve, and for New Year's Eve I don't go out, so that'll really help get my sleep and stuff in, and then January we'll start the other stuff. I do foresee these as being challenges, and the third challenge I see is like business is picking up, so I have to, in order to make sure this is done, I have to prepare better than ever. I have to make sure I find the gyms ahead of time, same thing here, you know, apply the same concept, and I'll also have to make sure for business, I actually schedule much better. So because I am trying to like get myself into this mode and I haven't been able to dedicate as much time, I'm probably gonna look to enhance my schedule. My wife, Michelle, is actually a time management coach, and she does a really good job with this. So I normally avoid asking her these questions because she holds me accountable real tight. But I'm probably gonna ask her about my schedule, see what we can do in order to enhance my schedule to basically make it, I know it sounds crazy, but basically make it so I can get my work done within 4 to 5 hours per day, and then spend, or at least have open for content and training, like 1 to 3 hours. Now, this is different from a normal person's schedule. My schedule at this moment allows for me to do that. But that's why I said business could potentially be an issue, because right now clients have been signing on with me like crazy, and I may need to hire another coach or start giving more clients to my coaches, because literally, like, if I want to do this, then I cannot take on as many clients also while running business. So just some things I'm foreseeing. Hopefully that, you know, is helpful to you guys. Keep in touch. I'll make sure I drop in my before photos. They're probably okay. Be easy on me, all right? I know they're not the best photos I've ever put out, but that's probably what I'm gonna be working on. I'm really excited for this. I love feeling athletic, probably one of my favorite things of all time. So keep in touch, keep watching, and even just for myself, this is gonna be fun to see. Keep hustling.